option traders out there. Welcome to another edition of the AK Option Trader, a rare midweek edition. But I wanted to do this because I wanted to share a couple things with you. Had an interesting day today. Had a real good day for me with the down day, what we've been looking for and waiting for. So things are starting to shape up a little bit, and I want to see if they're going to continue. So let's jump in here and just some things I want to share, something different. Show you some things on video. I'm going to start with the VIX here. Let's go ahead and take these studies off. And let's do this so we got just this part of the screen in there. Let's get rid of some of that up move. But you can see the VIX here. I've formed a wedge here. I've moved some of these lines here. Formed ourselves a little bit of a wedge on the VIX. We're going to have this uptrend line as resistance. We're still in the 40s, which is high. Odd thing today, we were down about 1%, almost 1.5%, yet the market was down 180 points. It started to rally near the end of the day and had a hard sell-off. Yesterday, I was concerned today because yesterday we had that nice rally near the end of the day, and I was wondering if we were going to have the same type of thing today. We did not. It was almost attempted, and yet it failed. To me, that is a bearish signal. Yesterday was a bullish signal, which never materialized. Today it was a bearish signal. This VIX is in a bit of a downtrend. You can see it's continuing lower, but we've got this wedge forming here, which is going to offer support right at 40, which coincidentally is a good strong number for us to bounce off of. So it was up strong earlier in the day, but this 4250 has ended up being real strong area of resistance, headline resistance in here, and it goes all the way back on our charts. You can see it gets involved a lot in that area. Not exactly, but real close to that area there. So keep an eye on that. I wouldn't be surprised to see it drop a little bit more before taking off, which could move the market up a bit. If we broke beneath this and started going down, this could be positive for the market. I wanted to look at a couple different things today. Stuff that we don't normally look at on here, but that sometimes I take the time to pull up and see. And one of them is the Russell 2000 index. You can see I've been looking at it a little bit lately here. Something curious about it. The Russell really follows the fibs really well, and you can see this right here. Here's our top fib, so here's our bottom fib down here, 0, 100%, or vice versa. See how strong some of these areas are. They're not absolutely perfect, but they do offer quite a bit of resistance area, consolidation area, and stuff like that. It offers us a good range area, good head resistance here. And you can see that we came up, we did break through the 50%. We did break to a new high over this here after the gap down, and we've got a gap up. Curiously, we've almost filled this gap right here. We could drop down a little bit farther to fill it. And if we ran another intraday gap on here, an intraday fib, you could see that it even, let's see if I can do it here, will even offer us more insight as to what's going on here. So if we put it right here, you can see if we run it off this high here, look what we stopped on, right on the 50, right on the 50%. I mean, that's right where we closed today. So curiously, I'm not sure if this will hold or not. I don't think so. We might get a bounce up here and then retest it and pop back down, something along those lines. But you can see if we do a shorter term fib, it definitely comes into play in some of these areas. So we did not make a new high. We did not crack above here. We did not keep on going. We've obviously turned a corner here. We've got a gap that we're trying to fill, which we still need to drop a little bit to fill this. So we'll see what happens. Just keep an eye on that. Alright, so next we're going to jump into some futures here. We look at the futures chart sometime, but I want to go ahead and show them to you. Now here's the Dow minis. So this is Dow futures. See a real nice wedge forming here. Real nice wedge forming here with real strong resistance at the top, but it is a strong up move. Looks like we hit the bottom here. I would expect us to bounce off of it. If not, if we break beneath this, then we've got a real nice area of resistance on the way up. Here and here, we're going to have a double resistance. So keep an eye on that. Let's watch this here. So we're at a very key level right now. Fourth time touching this uptrend line. So it's a key line, 76.67. We are beneath 8,000. So that is key as well. Did not hold very long when we moved up above it. Every time we have, we kind of sell off real quick like so. Here's the E-minis. We look at these a lot. You can see, let's zoom in on this a little bit here. You can see we broke an up channel. We had an up channel here. There's a lot of drawing on here, and I'll show you why. This up channel, this uptrend line, and this channel, we broke through it. We're now beneath it. That is very bearish. Let's go on to like a 30-day chart on here, and 30 minutes, 30-day, 30 minutes. So you can see it here. much clearer. Here we're coming up. The 50% plays a key point in here. These here are my intraday pivots. These are my intraday pivots, turning points, support and resistance line. This blue line is actually the pivot, 89.15 for tomorrow. We're already beneath it, and here's the support line, which we're right on right now. So you'd expect a bounce in this area. These things work really well. You can see following up on them. If I go ahead and zoom in on them, you can see where they come from here. They all work pretty darn good, and they're off mathematical equations based on closing ratios and stuff like that. Not going to go into that today. You can get that information all over the web if you want. So 88.20, and now we're beneath this, so we're going to see if this holds or not. If it does, we're going to be bouncing down here to the 790 area. Okay, we broke beneath this uptrend line. We could bounce, come up, pop, and hit this thing, and then drop again. So keep an eye on that. Here's the Nasdaq Futures 30-day 30-minute chart. Okay, I'm going to even drop down a little bit more. Sorry about that on the mic, it's touching my cheek. We're going to drop down 10-day 10-minute chart. Look at this. Here's the same thing. Here's the pivots in here. Man, we blasted through these things, came back down, hit a key support that I had laid out. That wasn't a pivot, just one line I called for support. Same thing here, come down, come back up, test it. This to me is really bearish to test this and drop this fast. I expect to see a little bit of support here, maybe a bounce up to here, 1280 level, and then another drop testing all the way down here. And this should offer pretty strong support right in this area. This number is going to be 1237.75. So watch that for support. These are good. This is a good thing to watch for getting in and out of trades intraday. Okay, so those are the key things I wanted to show you just real quickly today. Sorry about that. Must be getting a message on my phone. This is the things I want to show you. I want to show you that we broke beneath this 1286 on the Nasdaq Futures. After we blew through it, we formed a new high, which I thought was going to be bullish, but it didn't hold very long, and we've already broke right back down through it. Big red candle, not as big as the white candle. Let's see if it continues down. Okay, if this candle from yesterday had been up in here, man, that would have been a strong kicker, strong reversal signal here coming back down. So keep an eye on that. Obviously 1200 area is going to be key support on that too. So anyway, I just want to look at those real quick with you and talk about them. I'll throw in a couple stocks for you that I've been looking at too, along with the other ones I've been playing. IBM has come up, hit the 200 moving average, tried to blow through it. I've got a fan fib on here. You can see how that's played key into here, hit it, and the 200 moving average, it's now beneath it. I expect it to come down here, maybe touch in this area here, maybe try to break through that 200 moving average again before dropping down. I could see this thing, one or two scenarios, bouncing off here. We got earnings coming up over here, bouncing off here and rallying, or not being able to hold support, coming off here, dropping. If it does drop, I think we're going to drop all the way down into this area here, the $85 area. So keep an eye on that. It isn't an uptrend right now. We'd have to break right through this area for it to be really bullish, or bearish, pardon me, which is the 96.77 area. So you want to be looking for the 96.77 area as a key, and you got a gap right above that. So with some volume, seeing it go down, that would be one I'd watch. Here's one I don't know. I've played it a few times in the past. I don't know if I've ever put it on my on the blog, and this is Disney. Disney's in a downtrend here. It tried to make a new high. It looks like it has failed. We have a nice uptrend line here. In fact, let's zoom in on this a little bit more. Let's try the 9-month, get a little bit clearer. You can see it works real good with the fibs. We'll zoom in even more, but I want to show you this uptrend line broke, and now it's going to offer key resistance. It did pop up above it, wasn't able to hold it, formed our top fib for us, and now it's retracing down, stopped on this fib here. So let's zoom in a little bit more on it. Let's go 60-day 60-minute, and you can get a better idea what I'm seeing. Volume is about average, not too bad, but you can see uptrend. Right on this uptrend formed our gap down. I would have thought we gapped up right here. I would have thought this would have been our reversal point. We did blow through it with a gap up, a strong gap up, coming back down through it. Now we're on another fib, so I expect to see us maybe come up like this and then popping down. So keep an eye down in the 1775 level, somewhere in there. So keep an eye on that. Anyway, so just a real quick post for tonight. I just wanted to show you guys a couple things I was thinking about, a couple new things. So trade well and prosper. This will be the AK Option Trader signing out.